Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha and today I'm going to share some of the new products that I've picked up. So if you'd like to see what products I've picked both in store and online, please continue watching. By the way, if you're new to my channel, I am doing a giveaway right now currently which is open till the end of February, so do not forget to check that one out. I'm going to link it as a card right here and all the instructions to follow will be in the description box of that video. So if you'd like to be entered for 2 international giveaway prizes, which are all makeup products of course, then don't forget to check that one out. So the first store that I shopped at is Kiko. So I already have a few shades from their water eyeshadow collection, which is basically eyeshadows that you can use wet or dry, similar to the NARS. I believe they're called the dual intensity eyeshadows. So these are quite similar to that, but for like half the price, I think. So I picked up 3 new shades. The first one is shade 208, which looks like this. It's a beautiful, light, champagne-y golden kind of a shade. And this shade is beautiful both as an eyeshadow, as an inner corner highlight, or as a face highlighter. Actually, that's the one I have on my cheeks right now, if you can see that. Very lightly, I didn't pack on too much. And I used it dry over a liquid highlighter. So the Becca Opal Liquid Highlighter, Shimmering Skin Perfector. That's what I have underneath this powder. So that's the first product that I picked up. From the same line, I also picked up this stunning golden eyeshadow. Just look at the color. It is absolutely stunning, especially on, I think, tan to deeper skin tones. This gold will be beautiful. So this is again shade number 233. And I do plan on doing some tutorials with these eyeshadows. So if you're interested, be on the lookout. And then finally, from the water eyeshadow collection, or the formula, I did pick up the shade 223, which is this beautiful purple shade. And in hindsight, I think I should have worn this for this video since I have a lot of purple going on, but I totally forgot. So again, these 3 shadows are beautiful and they are adding up to my existing Kiko eyeshadow collection. Now, another product from Kiko that I absolutely love are these eyeshadow sticks. They're called the Long Lasting Stick Eyeshadows, and I picked up 3 more shades. I picked up shade number 10, which is like this nice glittery green eyeshadow. And again, I will have swatches of these on Instagram and Twitter if you want to check them out, and also on my Facebook page. The second shade I picked up is this purple shade, which will be beautiful as a base for other purple eyeshadows. And then finally, I've been eyeing this stunning blue color that looks very similar to this in the Marc Jacobs eyeliner line, but I didn't want to spend like 20 pounds on an eyeliner, so I picked up this, which is shade number 44, which is this beautiful bright cobalt blue. So these are the 3 stick eyeshadows I picked up. And then finally, I picked up a cream contour stick from Kiko, and this is what that looks like. This is the shade 201, which is the darker of the 2 shades that they have. And this is what that looks like against my skin tone. And this is what I have on lightly as my contour today. So I've warmed up the periphery of my face with this beautiful product. I am planning to make a video on this, but I don't know when, but hopefully in the next few months. Next are a few products from Marc Jacobs. The first product is their Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara, and you guys know I already love this. I've used it in so many tutorials already. So this is something I got through Influencer. It's not something I purchased. So that's just a disclaimer that I want to put out there. I did not buy this. It came through Influencer program. And if you're not familiar with that, basically all you need to do is sign up, fill in your login details, and you can be entered into getting a makeup product. So I will list my link in the description box below if you want to go through that and look at Influencer. But I did receive this mascara through them. Next, I did add a eyeliner to my collection from Marc Jacobs, and I picked up this crazy shade called Fine Wine, and it's like this, I would say, a ruby shade. This is what that looks like, and it's dirty because I've already used it. I love using color on my eyes, so especially if I don't have time for eyeshadow, I will just pop a colored eyeliner on my top and blend it to the outer corner of the lower lash line for a cat eye look. So I really love this one, and I really like the shade. It's very unique, and that's the reason I picked this up over the cobalt blue shade. And the last product I picked up from Marc Jacobs is their Remarkable Foundation. This is what that looks like. this definitely is not a good match for me, but unfortunately in the UK we cannot return makeup products. So I will have to add some color adjusters with this to make it work, because as you can see, it's a lot dark. It looks orange on my skin tone. So a review of this will be coming in the near future. Now from Body Shop, I picked up 3 products. The first one is this amazing sunscreen. So if you're in the market to buy a relatively affordable sunscreen that's quite hydrating, but at the same time is lightweight and gets quickly absorbed into the skin and with a high SPF, I would highly recommend this one. It is amazing. I've been using it recently and I really love it. So yeah, I can't recommend this product enough. Oh, by the way, it's called the Skin Defense Multi Protection Essence. This is what it looks like. The next product I picked up is this mini body butter, which is their almond milk and honey flavor or scent. So this is what that looks like. It's a tiny tub, but it's a really good body moisturizer. I use it on my hands mostly, but also if I have the time, I would apply this on my hands and legs, which are quite dry. So really enjoy using this one. And then the last product I picked up from Body Shop is this British Rose, what is it called? The hand cream. And I don't know, I love the scent. I love British Rose scent, but I prefer this body butter version of this one. And that's what I had earlier. And therefore I wanted to try this one because I've not tried this formula, but this one is quite lightweight. So it's not hydrating enough for the winter months. I think this will be okay during summer, but it's not too great in these colder months. So this is something I would recommend if you live in a warmer climate. I also did some shopping in Superdrug. So I went into Superdrug as soon as I heard the day of release for the Makeup Revolution concealers. So it's the Conceal and Define concealers. And you're wondering what I'm doing with such a deep shade. But I went to store and swatched the shades that I thought were good for me. But they went on yellow, but as soon as they tried out, they looked very pink toned. And that was totally wrong undertone for my skin. So I didn't pick up any for the concealer, but I did want to try out the formula. So I picked up a darker shade. This is C14 and I use this for contouring or bronzing up my face since it's a warmer shade than what I like for contouring. But it's a really nice product and I see why a lot of people really love this formula. And I'm happy to say that they are coming out with more shades. So I hope they have something for me in the new launch when it releases in March. But so far the formula is really nice on these concealers. Next I picked up another highlighter from Makeup Revolution and this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful, again, a golden shade of highlighter, which is what I tend to gravitate towards. So this is the strobe highlighter in the shade Gold Addict. This is what that looks like. I have to say that this is very smooth, but it does have chunks of glitter. So if you don't like glitter, do not buy these highlighters. And then I also picked up a mascara, the L'Oreal Waterproof False Lash Extreme Resist Fiber Mascara. I already have a full review for this mascara and I compared it with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise one. So if you'd like to watch that, I'm going to link it right here. And then lastly, the product that I picked up is this Matte Me by Sleek, which is their ultra smooth matte lip cream. And this had a lot of good reviews, for a liquid matte lipstick from the drugstore, but I've tried it and I'm not a fan. It does last quite a bit, especially considering it's a drugstore liquid lipstick. The shade is beautiful, but it's just very drying on the lips. I don't know if it'll be better in the warmer months, but in the winter months, this is very drying and kind of sticky also on the lips, which I'm not a fan of. But this was around 4 or 5 pounds, so I think for the price, it's a pretty decent liquid lipstick. So Sufia Tasneem on Instagram was kind enough to choose me for a Smashbox event where they were launching the Always On liquid lipsticks in the UK for their newer matte colors and also for the metallic finish and the nude lipstick collection. So I did go for that event and pick up some goodies. So Sufia also has a YouTube channel that I'm going to link in the description box below if you'd like to check her out. But let me show you what I picked up. So if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this, but we did receive a brush case. So if I open this, you can see that you have this detachable pouch and you can put your brushes in here and also on this side of this brush roll. So this will be good for any time I'm traveling. We also did receive a sample size of the Smashbox Photo Finish Face Primer. Now this is not the one, this is what I already had. So I've kept that for a future giveaway. And then finally, we were also each given a Smashbox Be Legendary Liquid Pigment lipstick. And I received the shade Crush It, which is this lovely pinky raspberry color. And then from Smashbox, I did pick up 2 of their liquid lipsticks, the new shades. I picked up one from the nude collection. This is what that looks like. And since I have pigmented lips, I did pick up slightly the deeper shade of the nudes. And this is the shade Deep Thoughts. It's a beautiful grayish brown shade. So you can see right here. And I do have swatches for this again on Instagram if you would like to check it out. And then the other one I picked up is this metallic finish. I love these. This is what I had in my last video, I believe. And this is the shade Vino Noir, which is this lovely metallic burgundy shade, I would say, purple burgundy shade. It looks absolutely stunning. So it's a shimmery lipstick, liquid lipstick, but it does dry down completely, which I really love, and it truly lasts all day like the other Smashbox liquid lipsticks that I love. So I would highly recommend this one. On the way back from the event, I did see there was a NYX store, which I was very excited about. I've never been to a NYX store before in the US because where I lived, Midwest, Indiana, didn't have any. So I was very excited. I ended up buying a lip liner and an eyeliner. So I picked up one of these regular, NYX lip pencils, and this is the shade Brown, Simple. So it's like this nice warm brown lip color. So I figured this would be a good lip liner for nude lipstick since I have quite pigmented lips. Then I picked up the lovely Epic Ink Liner, I believe this is called, yes, by NYX, and I've really enjoyed using this. I'm very impressed with the formula and how budge proof and waterproof this really is. So I would highly recommend getting this one if you haven't tried it yet. And then finally, because I showed you the lip palette, I did return quite a bit of MAC lipsticks to the MAC store. And if you didn't know, they have a Back to MAC program where you can recycle 6 of the empty packages. It can be your eyeshadows, your lipstick, any of the MAC products that are eligible. They have a list on their website. So I did give them 18 products and I picked up 3 new lipsticks. So first one is this beigey peachy nude that I would call, for my skin tone, it's a nude. It's quite similar to the Smashbox color that I picked up. So it's similar, but they're different formulas. So this is a matte lipstick, I believe. Yeah, so that's Persistence. Then I picked up D for Danger, which is this lovely pinky berry shade, I would say. And then finally I picked up this stunning orange shade called So Shod, I believe, Shod. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's this beautiful bright orange color. I didn't have anything like this in my collection, so I figured I'll pick one up. So again, swatches for all these lip products will be coming up on my social media soon. So if you're not following me there, consider doing that. I am at BeautyLashes19 across all social media platforms. The final store that I shopped at is probably one of my favorite stores, and it's called Guru Emporium. And it's a store where you get mostly pro makeup. Most of these brands are for makeup artists. So the first product that I picked up was on the recommendation of the director, I believe, of Muse Beauty, Alfonso. So he is a makeup artist, a very well-established one, and he recommended this particular product for oily skin as a primer. So it's the Nurturing Force Blot Out Offensive Shine and Oil Control Cream made with aloe vera, I believe. So this is a tiny tub. I was so disappointed when I got the jar because this was like 22 pounds, I believe, and it's such a tiny tub. I'll show you. Do you see that, how small this is and thin it is? But anyway, I need to do a full review on this once the weather gets a little warm so I can actually test it in warm conditions. But yeah, I did pick this up and I really hope this works for my oily skin. Next, the brand itself, Guru, also sells some makeup, and this is what I picked up. This is not makeup product, but it's something I use constantly. So it is their mini pointed cotton bud. I'm going to take one out and show you in a bit. And the other one is the mini round tip cotton bud. So you do get them in these packs of 25 and they're about 2 pounds each, under 2 pounds. But look at how tiny these are. And just for comparison, I'm going to use a regular cotton bud right next to it. So this is the regular one. Do you see how gigantic that looks compared to these two? So these are perfect to clean up under the eyes or for really detailed work. So I think I'm going to really enjoy these. Next, I saw the YouTuber Angie, and I'm going to link her username in the description box below, but she's a Canadian makeup artist and I trust her opinion. So she recommended this particular product, which is the Beauty Blender Liner Designer, which is great to make sure that the wing or the angle of the wing on both the eyes is similar. So that's the reason I picked up this product, and I've used it once and I really like the results that I got from it. Then another thing that I like about Guru Makeup Emporium website is that they also sell samples of foundations. So if you don't know what shade you are, you can buy like different samples for £1 each for different shades. So I did pick up 2 shades from the EX1 Invisiwear liquid foundation, I believe, and I picked up shades number 7 and number 8. And if you're not familiar with EX1, they typically make foundations for olive skin tone. So if you're in the market for that, these are a great way to test out the foundation shades. Next, very random, but I also did get one of these mini puffs that you can put your finger through when you're doing your makeup and you don't want to disturb the foundation and the base makeup that you've done. So that's what I picked this one up for. And then something I've really wanted to do for a very long time is to depot my lipsticks, especially many of my MAC lipsticks, because when they're in the drawer, I can't tell what shade it is, and I have to really look closely at each of the names to figure out what it is. So I really wanted to depot them. So it was high time I picked up one of these Rosette clear acrylic containers. So I got this is the Tahiti design, which has 24 slots, and each of these slots can fill 1 full tube of a lipstick. So that's what I have in here. I have a lot of my MAC lipsticks depotted, but also some of the drugstore lipsticks that I had. So if you're interested in seeing what shades I have in here, let me know and I can make a video just for that. But this is something I picked up and I've already put it to use. I do plan on picking up another one and filling it in with my brighter colors. So my oranges, my reds, my purples, those kind of brighter tones in there. And then finally I picked up 2 color adjusters for my foundations. So I have olive skin tone, and if you're someone with olive skin tone or similar to my skin tone, I would highly recommend getting these 2. So one is a yellow base, I guess. So this is the Makeup Forever chromatic mix, and this is the water base. So they have water and oil base. I preferred the water one. So this is what it looks like. So it's highly concentrated pigment, yellow in shade, so you can add more yellow to your foundations. The second one that I picked up, because the blue in the Makeup Forever one was sold out, is another great find, which is by Cosmetics, and I believe this one was cheaper than this. So it's their Hydro Color Theory, and this one is in the shade blue, obviously. So I mix these 2 when I want a more olive undertone to my foundations, because typically for most brands, my foundation shade either runs too light or then they look too orange or too brown on my skin. So since I've been using these 2, my foundations have been much better matches for my skin tone. So it's a learning curve, but it's totally worth it. You need a very small amount, so these bottles are going to last you for a very long time. So that's it, guys. That's all the products that I recently picked up. And I will be having a video on Friday, and it's going to be a collaboration with one of my favorite Indian YouTubers. So be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Open eye, feel the waves cut through